was going to be, but it's actually a decent game anyway. I mean, and it was pretty revolutionary. Ty wants to see the upgrades for the airport. So, we have a sign, which... Oh, there we go. I can plop it on top. There's cargo terminals. So, by default, the airport can't hold any cargo. But if you add cargo terminals, then your industry can bring cargo to here, and then it'll get flung out into space or something. So it's a way to get extra cargo out of your city, if that's a problem. The other is the passenger terminal, which allows private jets of high wealth tourists and large passenger planes filled with medium wealth tourists. So it increases the capacity. But I'm not sure what the difference between increasing the capacity from a passenger terminal is versus increasing the capacity from an additional runway. Gives you 200 extra capacity, so I'm not sure. Oh, and I can fit a second runway, so that'll be nice. I'm not going to do that until I'm sure that this actually works. We have 0 tourists arriving so far today, although I think our first plane has just landed. We have a certain number of tourists waiting to depart. There we go, 20 have just arrived. So that should complete that, yes indeed. So, you know, we're getting some people, we're getting some tourists here. 24. More runways means more airplanes. So more frequent deliveries of tourists, and then, yeah, and then I don't know, is the capacity just increases the amount of tourists waiting to leave? Because there's 35 people waiting to leave. I don't know. Put commercial next to the casino, yes, that's, in fact, I think we already have some, and I think it's growing here, but we really need more. In fact, what we need to do is dezone some of this stuff. Rezone, and then bulldoze the houses. What are these places called? Leprechaun Liquids, Llama Gas. Oh, there were some cute names here, but they went away. They're getting some significant upgrade. What the hell is that icon for? Shoplifting in progress, huh? I think the airport made them really happy. Meanwhile, this is not losing as much money, but it's still certainly losing money. Shopurgatory. Nice. Land value has dropped. 28,000 a day, 25,000 a day. Like, these casinos are making money hand over fist. It's just the sci-fi one. It does have more medium wealth tourists, though. But it still is not quite there. And I mean, it might partially be because it's capped on the number of hotels. Because we can't do... These are all low wealth rooms, but... Because we can't do this because we don't have the lodging division. Which will start to happen as soon as we get enough revenue. And for that to happen, we need the existing casinos to start making money. It's kind of a catch-22. So we have gotten 40 tourists through here. Our transportation is still great, although a terminal... Is that what's used to bring people in from out of town? Is that the difference between a depot and a terminal? And a terminal would be near here? Is that what the difference is? Some people are saying casinos are too close. I don't see why that would be. I mean, you're trying to make, like, you know, the Las Vegas Strip. It's just casino after casino after casino after hotel after casino. How does the bus terminal work? Is it different? I didn't think it was. Larger municipal and regional buses. This is just around the city. You die if you're terminal. Very funny. Let's try to do that. Let's build a terminal. Kind of on the main strip here. Where? The problem with these edges is that some of the ploppable spots in the back are blocked. So, I guess it's going to be here. We're going to lose some buildings, including commercial stuff. But it's a nice central location for a lot of the casinos. So I kind of want to do this. Double-decker? Okay. Double-decker buses. The people have spoken. Oh, we got a new quest. City businesses are clamoring for more frequent flights. Build another runway. Well, maybe. I think we have to get rid. We should get rid of our old depot because I think this just. Well, for now, I guess it's fine. I think all we can do is add, yeah, extra double-decker. Back and forth between cities in the region. Also capable of bringing in low and mid-wealth tourists to the city. Make sure to provide enough buses. So it does do that. Now, what do you want? We're having to turn passengers away because we can't handle the load. Would you add a garage? No, actually. I'm probably just going to blow you up, actually. I hope you're okay with that. I don't know. I suppose we could leave it there and then just double up on it, but I don't think there's a reason. I'll get a full load of these guys. Not enough simoleons. Okay, that's enough. By full load, I mean until I ran out of money. Well, these guys have lots of parks. Yeah, they're not totally happy yet, though. Should probably build... Oh, yeah, you're right. On this side, they do need parks. I want to keep them low wealth, though, because that's just part of the experiment I'm going for. So I'm going to build... build a bigger one and then add some things to it. Can I get it here without bulldozing everything? Not really. So we'll see what that does. I mean, I gave them a bunch here. I mean, the higher end parks will increase land value and make these things pop to a higher thing right away, but just trying to see. This road is still crap. Now, the nice thing about having avenues everywhere is you can convert them all into streetcar avenues and really crank down on your traffic problem. And they wanted a second runway, and I guess I could try. And this is sort of like experiment town. It's really cutting into my hourly income. Income, that's the word I'm looking for. Oh, I'm sleepy. It's after midnight now. And I'm old, so that's late. The houses do have some room to expand. They probably won't expand all the way, and these guys might not, but I think these guys have enough space. It's kind of what I've been going for. They're saying there's plenty of places to shop, and they like the buildings, and they're educated, so what else do they want? Why are they not completely happy and satisfied? Now, there's not that much residential demand anyway. We got 120 tourists through here today. Seems like an improvement. Still not really getting the medium wealth stuff. Here we got 427 tourists, so that's good. Average wait time is like, well, 13, 14 minutes. It keeps toggling. That's really good. That's much better than most of my cities. I mean, our population is only 33,000, so that's going to be part of it. Yeah, so it has lots of capacity, and the thing is, like, what do the passenger terminals do? Well, bigger planes. I guess we'll try that. And what happens, like, because you can keep chaining these. It costs money. Should we just build as many of them as we can? It doesn't feel like we're really using the maximum potential of the airport, regardless. Well, we don't need a cargo terminal. We have 0 abandoned buildings and 0 rubbles. This building is just dark. Someone's asking about it. It's just under construction, that's why. The commercial demand is going up quite a bit, maybe because of all the tourism. So let's see what we can do about that. Zone. You know, I brought up a file with like all the hotkeys, so I could try to figure these out. What is the zoning hotkey? Control R, Control C, Control I. Control C. Yeah, alright, so now we're zoning that, which is great. Unzoning is Control U. These are awkward, actually. I'm not really a fan of them. I don't know where I would want to build the commercial. I mean, I guess if I get rid of some of this housing, they'll potentially move into some of this housing instead. Why is it not? I mean, I'd have to bulldoze this stuff to actually get rid of it. A robbery? I think my police services are actually surprisingly decent. Not that many criminals per day, considering the amount of casinos we have. I'm not going to complain too much. Yeah, I don't know. Like, the easiest way to handle these houses seems to be to actually plop down, like, a really fancy-ass park. I don't know. Maybe we'll give them a little bit more park. We'll see what happens. Actually, you know what we should give them? That'll make them happy. A library. Should. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess it hasn't opened yet, but... Is that the superhero thing? Yeah. No. Well, we're getting some upgrades. I see. Oh, not enough room to increase density. Really? That's too bad. And these guys are just not all that happy. I guess they need some parks back here. Proles. Nice. How's this casino doing? Well, it's not losing quite as much money as it used to. Like, I can keep adding stuff here, but the problem is it's just going to keep increasing my costs too, right? I mean, I guess let's do the full experiment. Can I fit another one in? No. But I can fit many terminals. Oh, the back row doesn't have access to school buses. Good eye. I guess we don't need school buses back here. Loaning books to 64 citizens, 69, 74. Library patrons going up and up and up. So that's all good. What about public transit? Okay, they have that. Look, the buses travel in clumps. Oops. Because I gotta keep this open. Like, they're just following each other and grouping up. It's such a problem. We've got double-deckers and regulars all happening at once. And we still have a 35-minute wait time. Well, I guess it's because they're all clumped up. They don't... Again, if I don't know how they work it out, but it should be based on... Again, last time a place was serviced, so then they should constantly going for the place with the lowest service. And one of the things I'm confused about is like how they actually route around, because in other games, like in Cities Excel, you don't just put down bus stops. You put down the bus stops, and then you actually define a route. You say, okay, bus number 1, you go here, 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 and you close it. And that's your big circle loop. And, I mean, it's tedious on a really, really, really big city. But... yeah, that might be part of the issue. But it makes sense. Like, here they just kind of wander, right? Yeah, I'll see what I can do about adding the rail connection. So, I mean, some people are saying, like, oh, part of the problem might be that, you know, you don't have any lodging for medium wealth tourists here. Well, the problem is I can't add lodging for that because it's not approved. So for that, I need the lodging division at the casino HQ, and for that, I need 100,000 casino daily profit. I'm just thinking that you don't want to build the sci-fi casino at all. I'm thinking that if you're going to do anything, you just keep building the low wealth ones. Because these are all, I mean, that much more expensive. Like 6,000 an hour for the elegant casino. The cheap casinos are only $260 an hour for one, and they mostly cater to the medium and low wealth, and you can get all the the lodgings for them right off the bat. So you're just going to be in better shape. You know, let's try to build another one. Either way, we're going to be destroying some buildings here. Oh, and it just upgraded too. So it's like, it's really telling me like, oh my god, and the traffic. Okay. Some... they're all high density already. I wonder if a park and go would help this over here. I may as well try. I encourage people who are coming to town to park their goddamn cars. And then another one at the other side. I'm not convinced that they're going to. Oh, you know what's happening too? Like, you see police cars leaving and coming back. This, yeah, that's one of the issues in the game. Let me demolish this one so I can do something. The problem is these guys still don't have a place to do all their U-turns. Well, no, that's not true. They can U-turn here, can't they? But some people have said that. Like, one of the problems is that the cars will end up taking a right, and then they just leave. And all they can do is drive until they hit another town and then turn around. I don't know if that's true, but... you know what? Just leave it here. It's fine. At least these things are cheap. Look at the buses. You guys are useless! Useless! Look, they just do this! They just turn around! And then they go back and forth for no goddamn reason all the time. I guess some of these are going to the terminal, which is like, yay, go you. You are bringing tourists, so that's something. Yeah, demolish the sci-fi casino? Probably. It's costing me money at this point. I may as well, right? It's going to be so out of the way, it's going to be pretty awkward, and I've got to demolish some roads to make this work in the first place. German high-speed rail station. Actually, isn't this one bugged, I heard? Let me go with the normal one. I don't have any money. This is going to be an awkward intersection. Or one that literally doesn't work. Okay. It's like the exact opposite direction of where I want them to go in. Yeah, well. Not enough simoleons. Do we have a bus stop right there? Not that the buses are competent at doing anything right now. Yeah, let's literally put one right there. Alright, you. Let's follow a bus around. Let's see what kind of silly things they do. Why did he do that? Alright, no, he didn't even stop at that stop. Like, I don't know where they're going. He just blew by that stop. Maybe there was no one waiting there, no one wanted to get off. I guess that's possible. Like, what's the logic? I don't understand what the buses are trying to accomplish. U-turn here, and then doesn't stop there. He doesn't stop here. I mean, maybe they're just making a cycle through all the bus stops, and this one's just behind others so that he's not picking anything up. Oh, U-turn there. There's an actual stop. Okay. Everyone got off. So I guess they went to work. Like, I want to know how these things are programmed so that I can understand their logic. So at least when I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's why they're doing something stupid. They should be paired. Yeah, see, people keep saying that. I've read that before, but I'm not convinced. That's how they work, but I don't know. Let's give it a try. I mean, I did try to alternate them a little before, but let's try that again. I mean, now there's just going to be like a ton of stops, so I'm a little worried about, you know, the Department of Redundancy department. We'll give it a try and watch and see what happens. So there's a bit of alternation there. And then on that side of the road. And then so there's one there and one there. And this is sort of the test city. We're still trying to learn together here. How the hell does the system work? Alright, it seems like there's a decent amount of sort of alternating back and forth here. In most places. One on the other side of the road there. Alright. So, we've got a bunch of silly things happening. Well, nothing's gonna happen if we're just following buses, like, behind. Let's grab one of the lead buses. Theoretically. And they've gone. So, okay, here's a question. What was that one trying to accomplish? It didn't stop at this stop. It came here, looped around, and left town. So this one might be coming into town. So is it gonna, what, stop at the depot? In which case it should U-turn right here, go to the depot. And I would definitely understand that if that's what it did. No, okay. Now is it going to the depot? No, it's... So, maybe it was trying to pass by that bus stop. Alright. Maybe. Okay! We just followed the bus into the abyss. Wow. Although, clearly the park and ride has a lot of cars in it. So I guess that's something. And I guess we should deploy more of those. Oh, we did still have that one. I don't know if we should have more, like... It's mostly for commuting and stuff. Everyone else can just walk out their front door and go directly to a bus stop. End of the line. We have so many buses. And I know, like, there's a redundant number of buses. We can actually shut down the other depot. But I'm just curious to see, you know, like... I'm going to have to build a big city one day and just put down one bus. And just watch it. Just one bus all day long. Then I won't get confused. How's the airport doing? See, look at that. We have 2 runways. We have crap tons of terminals. And 40 people have come in the last 24 hours. That's the other thing I don't understand yet. 25 grand a day. Alright. I suppose it's already been built. There was a big investment. I'll just turn you off. Boom. Now you cost me nothing. Bullshit. Frickin' thing. Da, da, da. We're going to expand our casino empire a little bit here. There's actually a little too much traffic on this end, so I'm going to break it off over here. Going to take down some houses. We're going to go cheap, less cheap, nickel slots, and we'll try to attract. Bring in a lounge. There we go. Put it there. Alright, casino's moving it down. Taking over more and more territory. I'm going to watch this for a while, then I'm calling it a night. I'm dead tired. Build casino next to the train station. That's true. Should probably do that. Makes a lot of sense. So this is hopefully still trying to pull in traffic that come in through this highway here. And then, yeah, more casinos. Just cover the entire town with casinos. Then we won't have residents taking up the streets anymore. Oh, no sign. You're right. I like the one with the dice today. The dice and the cards. The low-end casino. Buildings do look cool. All Right Hotel. It's actually kind of a neat looking building. With the big sign. Low odor. That's the advertisement? Low odor. Oh god, that's terrible. This person is requesting a ferry terminal. Okay, we can do that. Alright, I'll build the mayor's mansion. People are being cranky pantsed. There. Way over here. I will live among the plebs. The proletariat. Not a simoleons. It's not free? What kind of gift is this? There it is. Waves of happiness. Wow. That's pretty effective waves of happiness, actually. Why are people talking about me being French? I've clearly missed some thread of the conversation here. Yeah, I think most of the improvements are locked. There's a lot of cool ones, though. One day. I can't, like, I'm not even approved for a flag. Like, what the hell? See, this one here is almost breaking even already. Actually, it's gonna crush. It's gonna make tons of money. It's maxed out on medium wealth tourists. I guess part of the problem... Oh, that's visitors. But even the lodgers are there. I guess a big part of the problem might have been the lodging thing, but I don't think that was all there was to it. Traffic remains ungood. Like... Oh, and you can see that people are sort of hung up on this little roundabout thing. That's not a roundabout, but loopy-loop. The ambulances can't leave. Like, is the traffic literally just stuck? Everyone's just waiting for everyone else to move. I think it might be this thing. Yeah, so those loop-the-loop tricks apparently don't really work. And they, like... They were semi kind of interestingly working. But not really. Oh, or are they just stuck again? Really? That was just a temp... Look! 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 It's completely gridlocked. They have no idea how to break out of this. As simoleons heading home, came from the parking ride. This person was just walking out of town. They don't even know where they're going. They're walking away, and then they hit some limit and then turn around. Even human beings don't know how to make U-turns in this game. Oh, look at all these guys. Park and ride, park and ride. My city's just died. Like, just suddenly something horrible happened and no one can move anymore. And there's a building on fire, so no one can reach that. Like, they're going around here and then coming around there. It's this looping behavior. I don't know, guys. I have to be honest, I think this may be the end of just streaming SimCity in general until some patch comes up, because there's something not right with the way the cars move. I mean, it may be something that, you know, we can figure out the tricks and then figure out how to resolve them going forward. But until we do that, there's just something not right with how cars move. It's funny, like, I guess I don't know, whatever this avenue thing that I did doesn't work as well as like the tighter grid that I have in my other cities, because I don't, even though my other city has 200,000 people, it doesn't get traffic jams like this. Look, more traffic. Like the whole city is just going to become one huge jam that can't be solved. I suppose like exiting might fix it. I don't know. But anyway, I have to go to bed anyway. It's way too late. It's like, wasn't there a traffic jam in like China or something that lasted 3 months? Oh, look at this building. The whole building's on fire. No one can get to it. So I'm gonna call it. Yeah, someone's linking the image of like the city that was built with just one road, and yeah, I've read about that. Like that's the solution for people. Like, oh, you just build it with one road, and then there can be no traffic jams. I mean, it might take Sims a long time to get anywhere. Um, let me repost it so that people can see the link. Right? It might take a long time for people to get anywhere, but there can be no jam. They can just like flow into your city, flow out of the city, done. And this city has a population of 651,000 with this stupid, stupid road. But the lucky thing is that this could conceivably be fixed with changes to like tweaks to the pathfinding. Like it wouldn't even impact that many things. It's just like, okay, let's look back. How do the cars make their decision about where to go and where to turn? And that's fixable. You know, if they have any intention of this game having a lifespan, and they want to keep people hooked, they have DLC plans for it. If they want to keep selling people DLC, they have to fix the road thing. Um, you know, they've done that sort of thing with The Sims. There was lots of stupid things early on in the Sims games. And every expansion and every patch, they fix certain behavior, and the Sims get sort of smarter and get stuck less, and people keep buying all the expansions and all the DLC from the online store. I mean, no one I know does that. You know, buys all these things and spends all their money on its Sims expansion. Some people want to see my 200,000 population city. I guess, yeah, I guess some people weren't here earlier. Las Brussels. See, it says on this screen 194, but I'm pretty sure we got up to 230,000. It's just the regions aren't updating properly, which is why I wasn't playing those cities. Yeah, you know how many people signing a petition it takes to change a light bulb? It's a trick question. People signing petitions don't change anything. So this is my city with the 223,000, and I think it's lovely. Lots of tall buildings. Like, considering how much of a clusterfuck that other city is, like, I don't know. I mean, it still has traffic problems here. And part of it might be because of this, like, you know, this boulevard that I put together, but I think it's nice, you know? I think it's really, really, really good looking. I have the streetcars going, I have lots of buses. I don't know why my air pollution levels are on the rise. I have zero industry. I mean, this is still kind of the slummy kind of area because there used to be industry over here, and as a result, there's still a fair amount of ground pollution. Oh, and there's an oil plant. Um, but I think that's clearing up over time. So hopefully things will get better here. You know, crime. Cops theoretically dealing with the crime. I don't know. But again, you know, they're all kind of clumped up and just being stupid. But a lot of it is again, these traffic jams and things and finding a way around that. I mean, I love the way the town looks. But, like, I don't understand why there's so much traffic on this roundabout. Who is... Who's driving on this circle? It should just be the people in these houses. But it's clearly not. So everything's completely jammed. Look, the taxis can't leave the Saint-Quentin arch. It's awful. So other than traffic problems, though, it's great. Makes good money. I mean, it makes fine, like, you know, fine, decent money. Abandoned buildings, high taxes. I don't have high taxes anymore. People need to settle down. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. I mean, the industrial tax doesn't matter because I have no industrial buildings at all. So I could set it to whatever. It makes no difference. It's kind of laggy when I do that, though. That's kind of funny. I guess I could drop that. Then I'm, like, very slightly losing money, so... And that's because my casinos, like, I've got a casino here that makes some money, and this arch sort of loses money, and it's another question of how do you get the tourists in, like, the airport. And yeah, this one's far away, and there's lots of traffic and all that, but we're starting to see there's some problems. Like, you can support a certain amount of tourism pretty easily, but then where do you go from there? I don't know. Still figuring it out. Maybe part of the mistake in the other map was continuing to grow my city, right? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Keep the city population small, like 10,000 people, and then just work on the tourism. You get less traffic, maybe you get less problems. I don't know. You know? Maybe, like, tourism and the rest is mutually exclusive. I should get rid of these things and just work on increasing my tax base. I don't know. And everything is going, like, poop-tastic here. It's because all the garbage trucks are stuck, probably. Oh, no, it's the garbage dump is full. Anyway. That is it. That is all. Yeah, this is one of the old cities from the other Let's Play. It's a nice one. I like it. So, I'm going to bed. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by, though. It was a blast. Whoops, that's the wrong button.